Okay, what's poppin'? Welcome back to my channel. Layers of Art. If you have not liked, share, subscribe, pull up. What's up? Because they seem like you want to fight me. And if you don't want to fight me and you don't want to beef, then you'll be like, liking. You'll be like, sharing. You'll be like, subscribing. So let's get into this good old boom, 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 boom. Makeup tutorial. Yeah.
Layers of Earth.
Okay, so let's get into it. I know y'all see I got a couple like ums, right? And I got a skincare line, Glennaire Beauty. I use
her and she works, okay? And I
feel like I should explain. So at some point, I had an allergic reaction, and so it made my skin break out. So that's why you see this here. If you look at prior videos, none of this was here, but an allergic reaction. So now let me go ahead and show y'all how to cover it up. Hopefully it'll be gone very soon because it's giving me rocky road. It's giving me bumpiness. It's giving me bumpiness. It's giving me Red Rover, come blow your hair. Is that like that? I don't know. Hold on. Anyways, but it's not giving what it's supposed to give. But I'm finna beat this face down and I'm finna show y'all. I'm gonna do a simple beat because I have a photo shoot in like an hour, so 4 o'clock China time, and it's like, what's this, 1 2 3 4, it's like 3 30 35 40. Look, y'all, we ain't used one of these watches in so long, so don't judge me, don't be nice. Oh, I thought okay, cool. Don't come for me because I ain't come for y'all. You know, sometimes you gotta remember count 1 2 3 4 5 so you don't use your hands. Anyways, let's get to the tutorial. So I use this good old Juicy here. I don't really use this too often. I normally just go in with this concealer and then like a darker concealer, but now I'm showing like this is actually working a little bit better. So sometimes this orange color corrector works, sometimes it doesn't. But let's just go ahead and do the eyebrows. Now, as y'all can see, I'm over here getting bush world, you know what I mean? And it's giving much like werewolf. And that's okay because I don't fill them in. I don't do anything. What I do is just go in with my good old concealer. Right? Boom. 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 Yeah, don't still boom. That's a new thing for me, right? I'm mad at this thing playing commercials, y'all, but y'all probably not gonna hear it. And so then I go boom. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Thank you. Oh, Lord Jesus. I need to calm down. So, do my eyebrows real quick. Oh, my Lord. Let me tell you something. I need to order some more of this because I use this so much and way more than I thought I would. And I do my makeup a lot more than I used to. Just because I'm trying to get out the house more. Because I was doing a bit of like healing, right? And just trying to get back to me because China has been, it felt like an outer body experience. Yes, I'm going in with like a darker concealer, more like my skin tone, but it's not quite, as you can see. Why I do this, don't ask me why, y'all. I do a lot of like, I don't know what y'all do on social media, on Instagram, but when I'm on Instagram, I just be looking, y'all. And I just be watching people do their makeup videos. That's really what I do in my free time. So when they doing their makeup videos, I just be like, ooh, I'm gonna try that next time. Or, oh, I like how that came out on their skin. So I incorporate it into my routine, which has actually done wonders for me. I don't go about like, ooh, the 3, 5, 50 milliliter brushes. I just pick a brush that I feel like is gonna work with the look at the time. This says it's an eyeliner brush and it's really, really old. I probably need to get rid of it. But I use this here, okay? Now, if somebody wanna tag somebody who do a good winged liner, that would be great. And you see how I leave that shadow up there? I'm starting to like that. That's like a new thing I've been doing. Not kind of like fading it out. Let me tell y'all this right now. I got not a lot of storage on my phone, so I'm gonna cut this video off so it could be easier for me to send and break it up. But y'all not gonna know because my editor is the bomb. He might come some of these words out too. So now I'm just going ahead and fading that out and kind of making the line look crisp. I have to look in my other mirror. I can't be looking in this camera playing with y'all. And then I end up with some weird looking eyebrows. Now, I don't go and put water on there. I just go ahead with my little good old setting spray, right? And I spray it on the sponge, put a little swoop, swoopy, swoop, 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 swoop. Make sure it's wet, not too wet. And I think I just did it too much. And then I blend. And you're gonna see like, oh, I guess I just took the line off. I normally don't take the line off. And it's makeup, so if you like, oh, I messed up, add something else. My friend taught me to blend. Okay, so you can't blend no more. Blend like your heart was depending on it. Blend like you was looking for your last meal and that you would do anything not to eat no motherfucking rat. Okay? Blend. Oh, okay. So, back to what I said earlier, I have been really focusing on, like, I turned 29 in January, as you can see if you have not watched 29 and Golden. I turned 29 this year, and I was just like, I feel like this is the year. And when I say the year of me, like, launching a business, the year of my healing, the year of my growth, the year of me just being an overall better person, because now it's time to activate all the things that I have learned and kind of put them to use. And I hope that, you know, my editor don't speed up the message, but there's no particular way I add on the color corrector. I just throw it on my skin, y'all. Okay? I feel like that's too much, and so I don't like that I did it like that, but that's okay. Now, at first, I didn't wet the brush at first, right? Yes, don't forget your neck, but I don't know whatever it was, baby, I won't be using it again. And I've been switching up some things too, and China is very weird on my skin overall, so I never know what's gonna happen, not just for my skin, but my overall health. But let's get back to like the whole healing thing. So this was the year of me forgiving any and everybody for whatever they cause, right? I just feel like this new chapter and where I'm trying to go in my life. Okay, so then I just wet the brush and I'm blending. So I just was like, I want to do better. I want to heal. I don't want to carry anything into this chapter that is not productive and conducive to where I'm going and what I'm trying to be, right? So with that being said, it was just like, now it's time to heal. So I started to kind of like forgive, not only in my mind, but I started like hitting people up saying like, I forgive you, or I forgive them, and like I don't want it to be any animosity moving forward in the future. But I also made mistakes along the way, because I assumed that because I said I forgive you, that means I open a door for you to come back in my life. And that was not okay. So just a little tidbit, if you are going to forgive people and you're like, I want to start forgiving folks, it's not for them, it's for you. So I would say that just because you forgive them does not mean that these people need to be let back in your life. Because even though these people, the people that I forgave and let back in my life, they were still doing like hurtful things that were hurting me. And that's not what I want to be happening. So I finally was just like, you know what? I still forgive you. I just don't want you in my life. And that's okay, because this is the only life you get to live, and you should live it however you see fit. Forget the judgments, forget what people say, forget the body weight, forget whatever these notions is that you have about yourself. Fuck everybody if it's not going to make you a better person, benefit you, or just your growth and where you're trying to head, if it's not going to do that or doing that, let it go. Okay? Stop, y'all. Look, I'm telling y'all off of experience. I'm 29. I wish I would have forgiven people earlier. I wish I would have learned these things a lot earlier, because that would have saved me a lot of time, a lot of heartache, a lot of me being sad about things. And like, people see me on the outside and they're like, oh, she's so strong. She's so like, whatever. And I'm like, child, I got a lot of demons I'm battling. I got a lot of stuff that I got going on in my life. And so what you're seeing is me pumping strong, because at the end of the day, I can't fold, because I know where I'm going. My vision is so clear that I can't stop, right? So I did that. And in that healing, it was like forgiving my dad. That was a big one. And so I'm supposed to have a conversation with him. I have not reached out to do it, but I'm going to. And you know, my spiritual advisor recommended me not having expectations, or just kind of going in like open-minded. And I'm like, you know what? Okay. Like, I'm not mad at him no more. I felt like all the years I used to say, oh, I'm not mad. I was actually still mad, y'all. And it showed in everything, right? It showed in my relationships. And not even just with guys, it showed in my relationships with friends, because I have abandonment issues and people like only giving a little and then leaving, and not really setting up boundaries and protecting myself. And so I still had that little girl inside. And if I would have never had that conversation with my spiritual advisor, I wouldn't have known that. So I had to heal the child in me, so that way I can be the adult me, and a great adult me, right? I hope you guys can see it. Sometimes the lighting is just not given, but I hope it's given for you guys. Oh yeah, I'm giving y'all real P from the G vibes. If you know, you know. So yeah, that was my big focus. And in that healing, I was like, you know, I knew I wanted to like start my business. I knew I wanted, that is way too much, to launch my business. I knew China was a great space to do it, but that first year I was here, it was rough. It was COVID. And if you're back home and you're dealing with COVID, and you know, God forbid anything happens to your family, but to being around your loved ones or not being able to be around your loved ones is one thing, right? I've never really been at home a lot. I'm always traveling. I'm always on the go, right? So it's not out the norm for me not to kind of either be in town or live close to my family. Since I've graduated high school, I've always lived far. But being all the way over here and me experiencing some of the things like heartbreak. Y'all, 28 ain't never experienced like heartbreak. I feel like I cried over some guys, but I've never had like been in love with them, you know, and been like, oh my God, I can see myself with them forever. Maybe I said I could see myself with them, but I have not ever been in love. And I felt like if I was, I would know. And out here, you know, I was in love, and I kept on trying, because I'm like, all the people I've ever dealt with, why would I try so hard with this guy? So this must be the guy that I'm going to end up with. I feel like it's giving orange, and I hope it's not. I'll be able to tell in a minute. And I was just like, it must be meant. So I kept on trying. I did not put on no setting spray, y'all. And that is the gag. No, yeah, not setting spray, but the primer that you put on, I think it's called primer. I'm not too sure. But I thought that he was the one, so I kept trying. And I kept trying, and I was just like, okay, maybe this, maybe that, or maybe this and maybe that. And to the point where, y'all, I'm acting a fucking fool in public. I am throwing drinks on this man. I'm trying to fight him. I'm crying in public. my sister was like, girl, you don't even sound the same. Like, my family thought I was a whole different person. Like, you know, you get possessed. I ain't never been possessed, but if you ever been possessed, not that I think anybody have, but I didn't even recognize myself. Last year, I was completely different. And I was so angry because I was so heartbroken to the point like I had got really sick. That's the gag, y'all. My heart was so broken last year. My cousin, oh my God. My cousin, I can't even barely even say it. Oh my God. Oh, yeah, look, let me tell you something. I don't like the people who be crying on social media, so you will not be getting my tears, y'all. So let me go ahead and suck it up. But I've experienced loss. See, I can't even say who. I've never said it out loud, but I've experienced loss. For the first time, I've never had anyone die that I knew. Never lost a loved one in my life. And so when people used to, you lose people and say like, you know, this person died, that person died, I would be like, oh, what do you say to those people? And you know what? You can't really say anything. Y'all, I drank 4 bottles of wine, just like it was water. Every time I felt thirsty, I was drinking 4 bottles of liquor when my cousin died. Oh, I just said it. Okay. So I didn't even, and mind you, we had just talked to her and we were all planning trips to like leave and hang out. And so I was like, oh my God, I gotta get back home. Like, we as a family don't do anything. And we used to be so close when we were younger. And you know, banter of cousins, but we used to always be around. Like, our parents kept us hanging out with each other because they were hanging out. So we kind of practically grew up until everyone moved away. So we were trying to get back to like that bond we had when we was kids. So we had a family group chat and all I can hear her doing is laughing. And then my sister called and I thought she was pranking me and saying like, you know, whatchamacallit is dead. And I was like, oh my God, people play all day. And you know, why would somebody play like that? But you know, if you in my family, these people are some weirdos. So she's like, no, Dad's serious. And I was just like, let me investigate because, you know, she might have seen something or read something and it might not be true. And it came out to be true. And at first I didn't even think anything of it. There was no emotions. That next day, I just couldn't even function, y'all. So again, I was so sick here, just emotionally not being able to function. I was throwing up because I was so sick. Like, I either would lose weight or gain weight. Like, my weight has been all over the place since I landed in this country. And it was just such a trying time. And mind you, I've been through, oh my Lord Jesus, I can't even name the stuff I've been through. It's been so much. But that, like, the heartbreak that I felt this year was too much for me. And not even just from like my relationship, from friends, from family. It was unbearable. And I told y'all not gonna get no tears, so you won't get these water dyes, but that's it. Because again, my photographer's on his way and I'm not finna play with nobody or waste this makeup because it's hard to get your shade out here and they be selling out like crackhead. But I'm not gonna do any contouring because I really just want it to look as natural as possible. I don't know what's happening on my chin area, but so yeah. Anyway, so you know, I experienced just so much like betrayal, disrespect, and I'm like, what is going on? Mind you, back home, y'all, I don't have not a lick of people trying to fight me in this country. How you gonna try to fight little old P? P don't bother nobody, y'all. When I say I mind my business, I don't bother anyone because I don't want to be bothered. I don't even try to make friends because I don't even want to be bothered. Okay. I might talk to you, but people, I didn't realize that people get offended by that. That it's almost like, how dare you not want to be my friend or talk to me type. I don't know. It's so weird. I don't know what's going on. And I've experienced that back home, but that was when I was younger. Now, girl, child, I just said I'm 29, like I'm almost 30. So, hold on, y'all gotta come in on my own to see what's happening. It's giving a hint of orange, and I'm probably gonna wash this off after the photo shoot, depending on what my cameraman get when we're done. But this is just very basic, and I'm gonna throw on a simple eyelash and some brown around my eye, and then the look will be complete. So I did a lot of praying last year. I always pray because it was too much. Even thinking about it, it was something that I felt like this before. Not as, maybe it was as bad with another ex. So maybe that's 2 heartbreaks. But I had forgot about that. You know, like I don't even remember, but that man cheated on me, had a baby with a girl working at a job. People already knew. And I was blaming everybody at the restaurant except the girl who was in my face. But I was in denial. That's another stuff for another day. I ain't giving y'all all my story times. Look out for the cartoon story times because they is coming soon. But this is just like me giving y'all just some healing advice. Heal, y'all. And I just was like, why do I can't take this. I have to change something. And I also want to be able to interact because I am very social. I'm a social butterfly. Like if I go out, I don't mind going to events back home because I'm friendly. And I'm just like, oh, hey, y'all. I'm out. You know, no shade, no tea, but I'm gonna send up attention. Everybody be like, you know, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So not to toot my own horn, but that's just my energy. I love to have a good time. I don't like to see people sad or bored or anything like that, but I'm also getting older, so I'm more protective of my space. I'm more protective of the energy I'm giving to folks, just time. And I think when you get older, you realize like how precious your peace is. Like if you are making me uncomfortable, you ain't even saying nothing. I have walked in places where I'm just uncomfortable. Not because of my energy. I'm walking in like, oh, this is gonna be good. And then you know how you get to be like, hey everybody, hello. But the vibes you get in, and if you don't feel that yet, you might be the problem, right? But if I'm feeling like the vibe ain't right, I'm gone. They're like, you just got here. Oh, no, baby. No, baby. You not finna play with me because somebody gonna say something, and I really try not to be P from the G. I really try not to be no P. They already seen me. Let me tell y'all something. I have not been in a physical fight since my sophomore year of high school. And even in that physical fight, I was just like, I couldn't even fight. I wasn't even fighting for real because I was like, I'm too old. I felt like I was too old then. And I had plenty of people try to fight me and plenty of people do all that. And I'm just like, unless you do this, we good. You can do all that. You can be running up, this and that. You're not going to run up and like hit me, but you can do whatever you want to do. Even if you was right here, I'd be like, mwah, you really love me. You trying to kiss me anyway. Mwah. That's how unbothered I'm at by anybody trying to fight me. I'm still unbothered, right? But in China, you're just like, every time I go to a foreign country, don't nobody be trying to fight me. Okay, I'm like, oh God, Jesus. My roommate in Brazil, she wasn't trying to fight me, but she was arguing with me. And I was just like, girl, I would really leave me alone. And it was so stupid over closet space, y'all. But I guess that's important to women. But nonetheless, so that happened, all that drama happened, and it made me be like, okay, how moving forward, what can I do better as? And I got a spiritual advice. She said, what was your fault in all the things that happened in your life? What was your fault? What part did you play in it? And I was just like, I ain't play no part, girl. I'm an angel. I ain't do no wrong. Right? Okay. If you know me, you know. But if you don't, sometimes I could be a little petty. Sometimes I'm a little messy. Sometimes I'm a little extra. I'm just doing lip gloss, but I might not keep this on because it's not giving me naturality. Yeah. Okay, maybe I am going to keep it on. I'm going out literally a couple hours after, so this makeup is going to go from basic to bad bitch. Anyways, so So, that, because of all the crap from last year, not even all the stuff from years of, you know, all the other stuff I've been through, but that year was like the year, like, okay, this year is going to be one of your greatest years, and it's going to be a year that you'll never forget. And not because, you know, I done made $1 billion or anything, like, not monetary things, but my soul, my spirit, my energy, my growth. That was, this is like that year for me of just healing all the hurt from the past. And I'm not just talking about from last year. I'm talking about from when I was a kid. Because, excuse me, y'all, because I carried that all the way up until now. So now, when you trying to even get close friends, phone, anything like that, the minute I see you doing something that remind me of something back then, I'd be like, skirt, and not even take you as is. But I'll say this, I feel like that person has protected me from a lot. Even though I've been through a lot of things have missed me. And if you, once them cartoon story times release, you're gonna know, and it's gonna be funny, but it's true stories. You know what I'm saying? That situations that has happened where I probably could have been kidnapped, sex trafficked. Mind y'all, I travel a lot. And I travel a lot. Because I know it's a lot of people who be out here who snatch. I travel a lot. And I travel a lot out the country. And so because of that, and I've been doing this since 19. And I, you know, you don't know a lot at 19. At least I thought I knew a lot. I was like, I know everything. Y'all not gonna play with me. But you don't know everything. I feel like I know more. Of course you know more now. Like, I'm older. I'm experienced more. And even with my experience then, I felt like I was wise beyond my years. But nonetheless, so many bad things I just knew was gonna happen and did not happen. Right? Or I heard about something bad happening, but I had chosen, like, I'm not gonna do that, or whatever the case may be. Just a prime example. I'm not gonna do a story time about that because it's irrelevant. When I was younger in elementary school, me, my brother, his friends, my friends, we all went to this house party, right? And this one, you know, house parties, you was juking. If you in Chicago, it was like basement house parties, juking. And I didn't even know I could dance. Like, I was a dancer, but like, as far as like sexually doing it, it made me uncomfortable as a kid. And so I was doing it a little bit, but I was like, that's not my zhush. So I was like, let me head on up out of this thing. And my brother was like, no, don't go. I'm like, I'm not really feeling the vibes. I'm not feeling the energy here. Something's off. And maybe it's me that's off. So I want to go. And then a friend asked to leave with me, and he'll take me home. And I said, okay, cool. And it's not my friend. I don't know who friend it was, like a friend of my friend. And I was like, that's cool. I could have just did it by myself, but my brother like, no, go ahead, bro. Whatever the case may be. Now, later on, I think my brother run home and say it was a shooting at the party. Come on now. But then a rumor started that the guy I left with him to have sex because somehow I sat on his lap, and sitting on someone's lap or dancing with someone indicates that you are having sex. I'm like, no, I'm good. I got a whole, I wasn't playing that back then. I don't play that back like now, like, or like I sucked his penis. Like, they knew for a fact. And I'm like, y'all literally just came back to my house. Like, how quick is a blowjob? I don't know. I don't do blowjobs. If you were wondering, I don't do that. So I don't know how long that take. I don't know how that go. I was not having sex. I didn't even like dancing like that. Like, I do that now because, you know, I'm already, whatever. I be doing. But I was like that. I couldn't even get into that. That made me uncomfortable. It was like, I don't want to fake have sex with you. I don't want to, like, how you grind on me or touch me inappropriately. Like, I didn't like that. So that was not my thing. So for anybody to have thought like I left and did something with this man, or like then a gunshot had, I think that man in jail right now, but I don't know, y'all, don't call me. So blocking me, I'm very protected. So I say this the same, because I want to end this video. I'm done. I'm going to put on an eyelash. I'll show you guys the eyelash I'm going to put on. It's a very simple one. It's the last one in the thing. Just this one. And call it a day and just do the whole photo shoot. And I have on a bralette, but it's really just going to be like this type of time. right? Because it's a skincare line. And it's a haircut line. So y'all gonna get it. Photos coming soon. But I say that to say that if you're in a space right now, and it's just like a PSA, if you are in a space right now and you like, what a shit show. What in the world am I experiencing? And you want a change? Don't change for nobody around, change for you. Like, take a step back. I have not interacted with anyone all year since my birthday was in January. I know I released the video late, but again, I was not in a good space. I was making content, but releasing it. And my friends are like, your personality is not even the same in your videos. Like, we want more personality. And I'm like, that was my energy last year. And so this year, it's a lot more like getting back to the P from back home and even changing some of those things, but just like fun, like what's good, y'all, what's popping, and letting a lot of that negativity go and just realizing, okay, do this if you feel uncomfortable. Don't let anybody take me out of my space. Don't let anyone provoke me. And you can't provoke me. It seemed like people were able to provoke me last year just off of people trying to fight me. I had a man in China try to punch me in my face, y'all. If I was back home, I would have shot him. Okay. But I had a man here try to punch me in my face. Mind you, I haven't had a physical altercation with a guy since I was a little kid, when it was like I'm not gonna say it was a thing, but it was like a thing. If you was fighting a guy, like, it wasn't like that big of a deal, right? Because if you touch me or you do anything, like, I'm gonna defend myself. And so it's the same with him. It was just like, I think a lot of women here are very timid. They are very like, you know, if something makes them not okay or uncomfortable, they will still like allow stuff to happen. But for me, it's like, move around. This ain't it. This is not what you want. I am from the south side of Chicago. I'm not from Africa. Not one country in Africa. I'm not from the continent of Africa. I am not from the pussy land of America. I am not from none of that man, woman, foe, or in between, big, small, short, or tall. I am not the one. And I am not one of the people who gonna fight with you either. At this point, I'm thinking Sparta, fight to the death. Okay? How could I end you before you even put your hands on me? That's man or woman. I'm too old to fight anybody. Corvette. No. Like, I don't even want to fight. I'm not even in no space to fight nobody. But I have not even been so angry to even fight anybody in my life in so long that I'm just like, people who be like, oh, I want to fight you. I'm like, that's okay. Then fight me. Like, I'm still not pussy though. It's like, fight me. So yeah, that it's just the craziness that I've experienced here is by far Looney Tune. But I would say here's some good though. Things that I had prayed for and I wish for even back in the States. I have a circle of people who want to see me win, that you won't have. You saw me with my skin, right? You saw my allergic reaction. My friends would be like, cut that out. Ain't nobody finna see you at no fault, no flaw, or catch you. And that's how protective I am of myself and my friends. And so I wanted people just like me around me. And my photographer. So I had said all that to say, work on yourself, do better for yourself, heal from things that you have been through. If you want to get a spiritual advisor, I have a spiritual advisor. If you want to get a therapist, I thought about getting both, just so I can constantly have things to bounce off of. But I'm seeing that the spiritual advisor is enough for me. But figure out what works for you. I also listen to meditations all the time, or just like inspirational things in the morning. I do want to start incorporating meditating more often, more frequently, right? Because sometimes you're not as aligned as you want to be. And this is not me saying like I recommend that you guys meditate. I'm saying whatever works for you. If church is your thing, go to church. All right, then go to work. Now, that's y'all's living in my head lately, y'all. Oh my God. Do it like it shall be the A. She said she's gonna get a Grammy. I hope she get a Grammy. Do it like it shall be that A. Do it like it shall be that, period. And that's how I do it. I do it like it's my B-day every day. But this, I have had friends around me who love me and want to see me win because I have changed. And I'm starting to see people, like, people are seeing that, right? Even from afar, they're seeing like the difference in who I was before and who I am now. And not that I'm looking for any validation for it, because I've already validated how I'm feeling and what I'm experiencing. I don't know why that ring light all up in my video. Look at it. It's on Showtime. But I couldn't be more grateful. My business, I have friends staying up with me till 1 a.m, helping me fill bottles. You know what I'm saying? Like and just meeting with me to be like, this is a way you could push your brand, or that you could do these things, or just advice. And it'd be like, how's the business going? What's going on? What are you doing? How everything happening? Like, how are you in your mental state? And really genuinely like showing me that they care. And I appreciate that, because I felt like I was one of those friends, and now I have become one of those people like, I won't even hit you up. I feel like if we not talking, it's not that we beefing, but it's just like, okay. And then we'll link one day and we'll have drinks and then we'll catch up. But now it's made me become more proactive in my friendships and being like, hey y'all, how you doing? What's going on? And even if we don't link, but just checking in and making sure my friend is okay. Do they need anything from me? What can I do? And I feel like I'm just uberly blessed. In business and relationships. And yeah, my family, even like my family, I'm literally setting clear boundaries. My family was like a big thing for me. And just like the most hurt you sometimes experience is in your own, like in your family. And that was big for me. Of just setting up boundaries with them and being like, I don't want to have these type of conversations. I don't want to do X, Y, and Z. And that was the best thing I probably could have done. And my sister, who is super protective of me, I love her dearly. Hi, Ty. I love you so much. She's just like, if something's making me mad, I saw, like, we had an example of a situation, and she's just like, in order for you not to like step back outside of you or like go off or do anything like that, like, I'll tell the story. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll explain it for you, so you don't have to like do that and mess up your healing process. And it's just like, period. You know, like, she's always been my rider. And that's why I period, y'all. Let me tell you something. You will never catch a tear. Okay, y'all ain't never gonna get no tear. Before y'all get a tear, I would stop the camera. Okay? Because I feel like I can tell you my story, and tell you certain things. I am very private, but I will tell you certain things, and I don't have to like shed a tear to tell you. That thing was like something that, when we not somebody again, because I can feel it coming. But yeah, just, you see, once you start changing your mindset and how you are and how you're thinking, how you're operating, how you're moving, and when you begin to heal, just how God be like, boom, 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 boom. And then it's like, I'd be like, oh my Lord. Oh my God. And you were just like, all those years when you were asking him for that stuff, you was not ready. I was not ready to release any content. I was not ready to give you guys any of me, any videos of me, none of that. I was only okay with my friends. And now I'm in such a better, it would not have been the same if I started my YouTube 2013 and didn't even release no content. It would not be the same if I started before. I would have started, stop. And to the point where I would have just been like, forget it. And because I waited and I kind of took my time with it, and I'm learning things and I'm growing, like, I have so much more to give than I did before. And not so much more to give. I just feel like I'm in a better headspace to handle trolls. Like, you know, right now, if you're looking at this video, my subscribers are low. My view counts, not low, but they're at a good place for me to have just started maybe 2 months ago, right? At least for me, I feel like we're doing good, and we got there really quickly than I would have expected. So for me, it's just like, I'm very happy. Come in. Look, somebody at my door. But be quiet, because I'm trying to shoot content. I would have answered, but I'm recording. So no, like, he made me lose my train of thought, y'all. My photographer here. But anyways, thank you for watching Layers of Her. Thank you for coming through. I hope you learned something. I really just be trying to give y'all things that I have learned and I figured out. I don't want you, if you're watching this and you ain't at the age I'm at, and you still, that means you got time. Figure it out sooner than later. Read a book. Oh my God, get off Instagram, read a book, listen to a book. Go draw, go write. This world is a lot bigger than that neighborhood you live in. It's a lot. Look at that white man in my background. Oh my Lord Jesus. Can you see? That's my photographer, y'all. This world is way too big for you to be stuck in that same place. But anyways, thank you for watching Ladies of Her. Like, share, subscribe. Boom. Like, share, and subscribe.